Coming in hot from Arizona, this is Trevor
and Troy Howard.
And you're on So Tell Us Time. You can have everything you want in your business. Sometimes you just need a little help.
Every business owner would love to charge more for their services, but sometimes you can sacrifice long-term loyalty for a short-term profit.
Creating the right rituals is key to your business having success.
Are you tired of competing with your competitors? Guess what? You don't have to compete if you create.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of So Tell Us Time. We are so excited to be here with you, and we are so excited to have Troy back. Obviously, it's always better when Troy's here, and I feel like the content's better, the explanations are better, the podcast all around is just better. So, welcome back, Troy. So
Thank
glad. You. Today we're going to be talking about effective versus efficient. See, owners often confuse being effective with being efficient. So today we're going to talk about the differences and which one you should actually be focusing on in your business to really find success. So Troy, let's jump in. I know we've got a lot to do today. I know our clients have got a lot to do today. So we're going to keep this one quick but packed full of amazingness.
All right. It'll be very effective for you and efficient. We're going to do both today. Okay, so Let's talk about the difference between the two. So what does efficient mean? So I pulled the definitions. So it says the term efficiency can be defined as the ability to achieve an end goal with little to no waste, effort, or energy. Being efficient means you can achieve your results by putting the resources you have in place in the best way possible. Put simply, something is efficient if nothing is wasted and all processes are optimized. So basically, can you do something? Doing something efficient means you can do it well and you can do it fast. And, so you're very efficient with the amount of time that it takes you to accomplish that task. Now, what is the definition of effective? So effective, the definition is the degree to which something is successful in producing a desired result or a desired success. So they're very different. One is how efficient am I at getting something done? And the other is how effective or how well does it produce this desired result that I want? And in this case, success, right? Desired success that we need. So a lot of times people, confuse efficiency with effectiveness. And there's a big difference between the two of them. Effectiveness is about producing a useful result. And there was actually Peter Drucker said this. He said, there is nothing so useless as doing efficiently that which should not be done at all. So I want you to think about that. There's nothing more useless than doing efficiently, meaning doing it quickly and correctly, but it's something that shouldn't even be done at all, right? Because even though you're doing it efficiently, it's a waste of your time, meaning that there are better things that you could be doing with that time that would create more success in your business. And that's what we're talking about, right? So just because you can do something efficiently does not mean it's the most effective way that you could be, using your time in your business. And I'm going to give you a real world example. And maybe Trevor will have a couple others, but this is the one that jumped to my mind. So efficient. So let's say I'm a carpet cleaner. I could clean and tune up the equipment in my truck and make sure that it is running very efficiently, right? So I spend an hour of my time and I clean everything up and I tune everything up, and man, my equipment is just running like perfect, which that's good, right? That's good for my business to have equipment that runs well. Now, let's take effective. So that's something that I could efficiently do with my time. Effective, we're looking for a result, a success, right? And especially in our business and growing our business. So effective would be, I could take some time and I could do a 5 around for every single job that I do. And what I mean by 5 around is, let's say I go to Trevor's house and I clean Trevor's carpet, right? I finish up with his carpet. What do? I have door hangers or flyers or whatever you want to call them, right? And I walk to his 2 neighbors on both sides, one on each side. And then I walk to the 3 neighbors in front of his house and I drop off those, door hangers and offer a special offer or a discount or whatever to his neighbors. Now, that's going to take me a little bit of time to do that, right? And if I did that with every job of the day, that might take me an hour to do, just like it's going to take me an hour to, clean and tune up my equipment. But which one is going to give me the best chance of growing my business? Right? Yep. That's what we're talking about. So to me, that's a really good example of the difference between efficient, meaning I can do this task, I can get it done quickly, right? And being effective, right? That's actually going to make a difference in my business. Now, again, we're not saying that having your equipment work great is not, going to help the business. It is going to help the business. But which one has more value for that hour that you spent? Right. So I don't know, Trevor, do you have any other examples that come to your mind of
I just think it's that, effective? Yeah, it just goes back to that old saying of like working on the business as the business owner rather than working in the business. And I understand that there are times it is a necessity, right? It's necessary in order to work in the business, especially in the beginning. Troy and I did this. We've built every business. We didn't take a dime from somebody else to build our companies over the years, but we did invest our time, energy, and effort, right? And there is a time that you have to do that, especially in the beginning. But my time is much more effective when I am working on the business than when I'm working in the business, doing the things that I could just be paying somebody else to do just as effectively, right? They would do just as good of a job, most likely, right? Or they would do a good enough job. But there are certain things that I really just can't pay somebody to do, that I need to be doing because I am the owner and I know the business ins and outs. And in fact, I'll give you an example. Troy and I are in the process of redoing our sales campaign for our sales guys. We have a great sales campaign. It already has a crazy close rate. It's phenomenal all the way around. However, one of our previous people had worked on it. Someone that we'd worked with had built it for us and worked in it. And it's time to redo it. And I'm already so confident that our new process is going to be that much more effective because we 100% understand the ins and outs. It is going to be exponentially better after Troy and I get done, which we're almost done with, than it was before. So that's the key. Is it's like, yes, sometimes you just have to get started, or sometimes you just have to implement something. But as far as me working on the business, revamping this sales campaign, that's going to be much more effective for me than actually, picking up the phone or doing a sales pitch myself or whatever else I could be doing, because one is working in the business and one is working on the business. One will produce me a sale and the other will produce me thousands of sales, right?
Yep, exactly. So when you're doing anything in your business, I want you to ask yourself this question: what is actually moving the dial in my business, right? Is what I'm doing right now, the task that I'm working on, is that going to move the dial? Is that going to get me closer to the growth and to reach my goals? Or am I just doing something to do something in the business, right? Is there something that I could be doing, that's going to have more impact right now than what I'm currently doing? So anything else you want to add, Trevor, before we get to the homework?
Nope, that's perfect. I mean, one thing, real quick. We get stuck in this as entrepreneurs. Know when it's time to go home. As entrepreneurs, we do this all the time. Sometimes, and that's the thing, is like, work on the things that are actually going to move the dial. But sometimes we're just at work because that's what we think we should be doing, right? And there's like really nothing that we're doing or accomplishing. And this is a different perspective than what we were talking about with, like our sales campaign or, cleaning our equipment versus whatever. And this is more of like for you personally and the health of like your family, your personal life as well. Know when you're being effective and when you're just being efficient, and personally, because there is a trap we all get stuck in as entrepreneurs of, well, I'm at the office just because I have to be at the office, or I'm at work just because I should be at work, right? Even if I don't have anything to work on. So that's just a totally different perspective. that rolls more into the personal side, but will help your family. It'll help your relationships, and it'll help you mentally and personally as well, to make sure that you work when you have work to get done, work hard and be present. But when it's time to go home and be present there, go home and be present there too, or however else that rolls into your personal life. All right, let's talk about homework. Homework for this week. Out of all the moving parts in your business, look at the most effective and productive moves, and then focus on those. Focus on those. So just take a inventory of everything right now and say, what is the most effective that produces the company moving forward, right? That dial to move forward. And then focus on that. Give it some more love and attention. And I can promise you, it's going to make a big difference. All right, guys. Well, we love you. We appreciate you. We will catch you guys on the next episode of So Tell Us Time.